Do you like to make money? Well, if you said no to that question, you're a bold-faced liar because we all like to make money and we all like to do fantasy football drafts. But for the most part, all of us have already drafted our fantasy football teams for the year. So what do we do now? There's an option out there where you can still get your draft fix and make some money. Hit the like button because I'm showing you how to do it right now. What's going on, Headliner Nation? Jake Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully you guys are all doing well out there. Welcome back to the Draft.com studios where today, we're still drafting. Now, a lot of you are probably scratching your head saying, why are we drafting? The season has started. Why am I going to draft season-long teams now? We're not. Now we're kind of switching to a DFS-style format. Maybe you didn't even know they offered this on draft, but they do. They're still doing snake-style drafts with 10 teams. But now you're only picking 5 players, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 either wide receivers or tight ends. 5 rounds to pick your lineup for this week. You can pick whichever slate you're looking for. Similar to other DFS sites where you have to pick a roster based off a salary. The only difference, this one, it's snake-style draft. It's just like a normal draft you would do in your normal fantasy football league. Maybe you weren't aware that they had these, and we're going to show you how to do one here in just 1 second. Maybe you're new to draft. Maybe you haven't tried it out. Go sign up for a new account, make a $10 deposit, and use the promo code HEADLINERS. After you do that, look me up on draft.com. I'm TFH Jake. Follow me on there. What I'll do is I will follow you back, and then every time myself, Kyle, Ryan, any other member of Headliner Nation opens up a draft, we're going to send an invite out to everybody who follows us that we follow back. Now, it's that simple. Once I hit send that invite, you're going to get a notification on your phone saying, hey, Jake's invited you to a draft. Take advantage of it. Let's hop in a draft together. Let's compete against each other. It's only a week-long basis, but you never know. We're out there having fun and possibly making some money. Let's show you how it works right now. All right, here we go into the draft room, and we got a few ringers maybe. There's some names that I recognize in here, and one of them right there at the pick number 5. It's our own Ryan O'Connell, our DFS wizard himself. He's at the number 5 hole. You got me at number 6, and then if you scroll down, number 10, Kyle is in here also. So this is going to be a fun one, a 10-team league here. And remember, this is a draft style, format. However, more of a DFS style and rules. You're trying to find that weekly upside, those huge plays. Don't look at it from a redraft perspective. There's going to be a few guys that are drafted at points that you're going to be like, what is going on? Remember, it's matchups. It's weekly matchups. It's only a one-time contest. Kind of like you see on some of those other DFS sites. I mean, look at Chris Carson going 1 overall, followed by Dalvin Cook. I mean, this is absolutely crazy to a lot of people. However, in this style, this type of format, it doesn't surprise me in the least. Now, who's going to be going here pretty soon? I mean, you got Christian McCaffrey coming up. Let's see what other running backs. We got Ezekiel Elliott. Leonard Fournette's another name that's pretty highly targeted this week, thinking that he could have a great game, especially in a DFS-style contest. You're not worried about salaries like you are in a lot of other websites. You're still drafting the upside. That's still there. It's my turn now. I'm going to go ahead and go with Leonard Fournette as my first running back. I want the volume. Hopefully he touches the ball close to 20 times. He has the touchdown upside. Definitely somebody who I'm looking to target in these type of formats. Now, season long, not a huge Leonard Fournette fan. However, this week, great matchup for me against the Kansas City Chiefs. The only issue with him is if the Chiefs do get out to a lead, they may not run the ball very much in Jacksonville. However, Nick Foles, he's playing, he's under center, he's good to go. That should open up the passing game a little bit. So let's go back here, see what we got, see what we can go after. Still crazy. Chris Carson going first overall, but hey, it's the type of matchup. You got to go out there and get your guys and do what you got to do. Plus, it's so easy and it's so cheap to go on here and do like a league like this for $1. You can do all different kinds of different, combinations. You don't have to pick the same players every single time. This is definitely something that allows you to play around with the lineups a little bit. I've done a few of these drafts here the past couple days, and I'm trying to have different lineups spread out throughout, all the different contests, trying to find a way to diversify I guess you could say. So we see Lamar Jackson go off there with Kyle, followed by Mike Evans. 2 huge upside picks. You got Kerryon Johnson going off the board. If Jameis Winston's still sitting there, by the time that it comes to my pick, he's going to be on my team. They're going to have to throw it a lot. I got a lot of hate for where I ranked Jameis Winston this week. It's not that I dislike Jameis at all. I really don't. Not in the least. There's just so many great options this week that, it kind of got to the point to where he just fell down the rankings a little bit. But I don't hate it. I don't hate Jameis Winston. You see David Johnson going all the way in the 6th pick of the 2nd round to Ryan. Remember, DFS style, matchup style, not so much year-long upside. You're just looking at this week. So now that we got one running back, we got our quarterback. Let's look at some wide receivers or tight ends and see what we have coming up to us here shortly. You see Julio Jones, Derrick Henry, George Kittle, Jared Goff coming off the board. Start looking at a few names that I want to start targeting. Adam Thielen is definitely one that I'm going to target. If I had to guess, it would not surprise me to see Ryan take him at 3.5, in fact. But let's hope that he doesn't, because he's not listening to me right now since we're not live, so there's always that opportunity. So we'll wait and see if he stays there for us, and if he does, we're going to grab Adam Thielen. With Stephon Diggs limited this week, there's a chance that we see a lot more Adam Thielen, and if we do, he could see a huge amount of targets. What if Diggs is more of a decoy? Adam Thielen could see a ton of volume, and I'm all about that in this matchup. Hopefully Ryan, he takes Odell Beckham. Perfect. He's a big Odell fan. So we're taking Adam Thielen right here. So right now, our roster, we got Jameis Winston, Leonard Fournette, and Adam Thielen. 3 great matchups here for the week that really give us that touchdown upside, that high point upside. I love that so far. So now that we're pretty balanced, we don't need any more quarterbacks, obviously. We need one more running back, and then either one more tight end or wide receiver. So we'll go and see what we got here. We start scrolling down. Amari Cooper is a play. Dealer with the plantar fasciitis, though. I'm not too excited about it. Robert Woods is not a bad option. Sammy Watkins, I think, has some big play potential this week. A lot of people are going to be paying attention to Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. You never know. Sammy Watkins could break one to the house at any time. Austin Eckler is a name that I would try to target here if he's still on the board. It really gives you that opportunity to maybe capitalize on some big plays. Kenyan Drake is another name that I don't hate this week. The Dolphins are going to be losing constantly. They're going to have to throw the ball a lot. And there's not a whole lot of weapons in Miami to really catch passes. So Austin Eckler, if he's not there, Kenyan Drake may be my next play. Joe Mixon sitting there. It's hard to pass on Joe Mixon. At this point, but that offensive line is horrible in Cincinnati. The defense is improved in Seattle, and now there's a chance of rain in the forecast. So I'm not overly excited for Joe Mixon. Austin Eckler did fall to us. So let's go ahead and draft Austin Eckler. Hopefully that's who Ryan wanted. Scroll down here and see what we got coming up. So now we need one more wide receiver, one more tight end. That's all we really need at this point. So let's start seeing who we got available to us. Got Cooper Kupp down here. Sammy Watkins we talked about. Kenny Golladay is down here on the list, and I love Kenny Golladay this week. He's not, one of those names that's overly sexy. However, with Marvin Jones back healthy, there's 2 options there to go to in Detroit. There are no Patrick Peterson or Robert Alford playing defensive back for the Arizona Cardinals this week, and I expect the Lions to have their way through the air with Arizona. If that's the case, Marvin Jones, Kenny Golladay, 2 names that I really, really like. A lot of people kind of down on Kenny Golladay, and I am maybe for season long, but as far as week 1 goes, you can see there he goes, 5-1 Kenny Golladay off the board. So he's not going to be an option. I'm glad I spent so much time talking him up. Desean Jackson is a name that I'm kind of intrigued on in a DFS-style format. Am I the only one that can really see Philadelphia, the home opener in Philly, Desean Jackson being reunited with the Philadelphia Eagles, going up a game against a former team in the Washington Redskins, trying to make a statement there in week 1? I can see a couple big plays trying to go towards Desean Jackson. It's just not one of those sexy names by any means. T.Y. Hilton, he's been super downgraded since the retirement of Andrew Luck. I don't hate on T.Y. Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, Alshon Jeffrey, Sammy Watkins, Dante Pettis, Mike Williams is another name that I really like. His touchdown upside could be pretty big against the Colts. That's definitely a name that I'm going to target. And now that we're on the clock, I'm going to take the gamble. I'm going to go with Mike Williams. I really like Mike Williams this week. Keenan Allen's been dealing with an injury at times. Maybe not be 100%. We may see more Mike Williams in the red zone. Hunter Henry's there, but I mean, hey, for that touchdown upside in an offense that we know that's going to throw the ball. Now I have two Chargers with Austin Eckler and Mike Williams, two of the main threats in that offense outside of Hunter Henry and Keenan Allen. And we know they're going to have to throw it because they're not going to be able to successfully run like they normally would with Melvin Gordon. Going double Chargers here, a little bit of a stack. Hopefully it pays off in a PPR style format. And then Kyle will end it out. We'll take a look at the team here. Who does Kyle end with the 10th pick in the 5th round? Hopefully he hasn't fallen asleep. Come on, Kyle, make a decision. He went DJ Moore. Apparently it's late in its delusional time for Kyle, but he took a gamble, went DJ Moore. All right, so let's go down here, take a look at our team, and see what you guys think. Got Jameis Winston, Leonard Fournette, Austin Eckler, Adam Thielen, and Mike Williams. Got the Chargers stacked there. The huge upside of Jameis Winston, the carries, the volume, and the touchdown upside of a Leonard Fournette, and the possible volume, the huge target volume of Adam Thielen if Stephon Diggs either sits or is limited. It's not a bad roster here. It's a quick draft. It's a fun draft. This is a way to get a lineup in there. You're not worried about salaries like you are on other websites. This is definitely a fun way to still get the juices flowing if you do like to do drafts. It's only $1. I mean, you can go up to contests more than that if you would like. But if this is something you weren't aware of that they had, go check it out. If maybe you don't have a draft account, go sign up for a new account, make a $10 deposit, and use our promo code Headliners. They're going to send you a $3 entry ticket free for another contest, and then you get to do all kinds of things like this on a weekly basis. This is something we'll do weekly, and then we're also going to throw in a few shows from time to time of some of the players that you need to target in this format. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Maybe it's something new. Maybe it's not. Maybe you knew it was there and you just enjoyed watching somebody else walk through a DFS-style draft on the draft.com app. But let me know down below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below what you think of the team. Do you think it has a chance this week to put up some points or no? I'm curious to see what you think. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you later.